Hello Lock Stars, this is J.Gabriel. This video is actually a special request video, and this is going to be about how I go about making two-part key pins. Every process is a little bit different, and there's different styles of two-part key pins you can do. So don't let the imagination limit you. But anyway, there's the way I'm going to use, of course, I am going to use a nail. Nails, they are very easy, very accessible, less time consuming as well compared to grinding a T-pin down out of a driver, or even from rod, or even from an existing T-pin to make sure you get the narrow shaft. This right here is what will be a zero lift key pin. Now what I'm going to do, let me tilt this down here, right there's our nail. So I'm line this key pin up with our nail head, and since it's going to be a zero lift, we won't need it to be too long, but we're going to go to about, if I can hold that still, and I should have my glasses on, but you know, it's alright. And what I'll do is I'll cut a little bit, probably above that line there that I marked, because I don't want to have to drill down a whole lot into the key pin. I pretty much want to be able where I don't have to get too close to the end of the point that goes into the keyway. So for this part here, we're going to go ahead and cut this nail. And the good thing about using a nail like this is, even though it says it's stainless, it still has ferrous metal in it because it's not high-grade stainless steel, and we're in the chuck. Notice I'm using a new chuck. It's not exactly, I think it's getting about time to replace my Dremel, because it's starting to have a little bit of a wobble. I've went through quite a few chucks. I got some over here, and that one over there is magnetized. So just get this about right here. Make sure that's about where I want it. See, like I said, it's got a little bit of a wobble. It may be the way how the nail is made. It's in the Dremel, but noise warning. I don't know how bad you're going to hear this, but let me get this cut, and I'll show you the next step. Alright, that is done, and find this little tool to take the nib off of where I cut this. And if I can, kind of round this out a little bit, and there's a reason why. And the reason you're about to find out actually not quite, but here shortly. Now we've got our key pin here, and basically said we're going to drill in back here. Now, even though they claim drill bits self-centering, I've had these things do the little wobble dance while I'm trying to get to the center of the key pins. So this is one way I kind of cut to the chase to get it close. And reason why I say close is it leaves me a little bit of loose tolerances for the drill bit that I'm using compared to the diameter of the nail here, and that will allow it to have a little bit of slop, a little bit of loose tolerances for that reason, so it will realign itself into this key pin when I'm done. All right, noise warning again, and this is what I'm going to use to kind of help me get as close to the center as possible. Get on there. I'll get it right here shortly. And try a different one. There we go. We're going to stop it right here. So what I probably would have should have done, let's use a contrasting Sharpie if I've got one available. Yes, right over here. What I'm doing now is what I should have did before I even started. Get an idea of about how long I want, or how deep I want to drill into that. Alright, take this back up. And let's get back to where I was at earlier. And right there's my mark. See where I'm at on that. Alright, here we go. That should be good enough. Now, you know what? Before I even do that, the next step, we are going to cut some of this key pin off here. About that much. What is it? Probably about 2 millimeters. Check to the side. 2.5, something similar to that, which is fine. Now, we got the bottom part of our pin. You see it's been drilled. Put this back in here, and the little ball that we had, here, we are going to hit where we drilled. And the reason why I did that is because it will concave it. And we're going to hit it with a little bit smaller one right here. I want that to concave just for the simple reason is I want that. If you could see, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more without getting there. We go. See how it's concaved? That is so when this part goes inside, it comes out when it gets caught in the shear line, it's gonna drop when released from the Bible with the driver into the shear line. Now, let me zoom back out. Get on back, take it on back, on down, not too much. Here we go, where it's about one. Nope, there we go. And so what you want to do is test it. And as you can tell, it definitely sits above shear line, which this is a 0 lift. So that tells us we got to drill in a little bit more. It's wash, rinse, repeat type of a system. Now, let's check it again. Make sure I did not over drill, but I know I had to go in a little bit more to make up the difference. Let's see how close I am now to the shear line. And as you see, that sits up enough. And if you want, you could cut off a little bit more off the bottom of the key pin, but I do recommend, oh my God, look at that. That looks like it's pretty much right there at shear line. All right, since it's a 0 lift, it's going to have just a standard driver there. But if I wanted to get real evil with it, I could put a neodymium magnet as a driver, cut down a piece of neodymium. And so when they overlift it or bump it, it goes up enough past the shear line, that nail head gets caught in the shear line. And make sure this thing goes in perfectly here. Right here. Yes. And just for, shits and giggles, I'm not really worried about putting a spring in a driver just to show you it works, because I know it works. Trust me on that one. But anyways, Lock Stars, this is all I got for you. Just let me know, hit down in the comments what you would like for me to make pin-wise. If I can make it, I will. If it's one of the trench traps, I do not have that mastered yet, so it's been luck for me. Luck and some casualties. Other than that, I bid you all a good day, good night, good morning, wherever you're at. My best to you all. My love and my blessings. Take care for now. Bye-bye.